In America in 1920, Woodrow Wilson was president. Women got the vote, and early Jewish entrepreneurs from Eastern Europe came to our U.S. cities, creating livelihoods, establishing Jewish communities, and building lives in these new cities. And in Oregon, the Jewish Welfare Federation was founded in Portland, a city then with less than 8,000 Jews. One of Federation's initial jobs was combating a climate of anti-Semitism as the Ku Klux Klan reared its threatening head. Portland was in fact the first Jewish federation west of the Rocky Mountains. Through the Jewish Federation of Greater Portland, your time, your dedication, and your generosity have helped nourish our collective Jewish lives, enrich our community, and keep Jewish culture strong, here, nationally, overseas, and in Israel. All in accordance with Jewish values, including L'Dor V'Dor, from generation to generation.
I'm incredibly lucky to be a fifth-generation Portlander on one side of my family and a third-generation Portlander on the other side of my family. And really the role models and the experiences that both sets of my grandparents had in Portland's Jewish community drive my involvement today. My grandfather was very involved in Jewish Federation of Portland. He served on a number of boards. And one of the things that really drove his involvement in the Jewish community was a feeling that he had been the beneficiary of the philanthropy of earlier generations. So he was able to go to neighborhood house kindergarten in Portland. He was able to go to BB camp as a kid. He was an AZA, and in fact, my grandparents met at an AZA dance. Those institutions that he benefited from, he felt that he needed to pass it forward.
For over 100 years, the Jewish Federation always has, always is, and always will be here for you and those who follow. In its earliest days, the Jewish Federation raised money to support many organizations like Neighborhood House, as well as the Jewish Women's Sewing Society, the Committee on Jewish Orphans, the South Portland Benevolent Society, and others, some of which may sound unfamiliar to you. But Federation was there, supporting the community in so many ways. Time moved forward, and so did our Jewish community. In the late 1930s and throughout the horrors of World War II, and up through the miraculous founding of the State of Israel in 1948, Portland's Jews, under the auspices of the Jewish Federation, raised funds to send to the destitute Jews of Europe and to support the new state. A few key milestones galvanized our local Jewish community. They included Israel's Six-Day War in 1967, the Jewish Federation's first $1 million campaign, and the long-term effort to get Soviet Jews out of their oppressive homeland and settled both in Israel and here in Portland. Particularly galvanized were Portland's Jewish women. Jewish Federation's Women Division, today known as Women's Philanthropy, took on huge roles in the community, leading a separate campaign just for women. As one longtime supporter put it, to get stuff done that needed to get done. This included campaigning for Operation Exodus, the release of Soviet Jews, protesting, marching, and raising money. Portland in the late 1970s and the early 1990s absorbed more refuseniks than any other city in America per capita. The Jewish Federation also raised money seemingly overnight to support both Operation Moses in 1984 and Operation Solomon in 1991, when tens of thousands of Ethiopian Jews escaped to Israel via secret airplane flights to the Holy Land. Meanwhile, at home, and as Jewish Portland grew towards the 40,000 mark, the Jewish Federation oversaw the merger of two schools that created today's Portland Jewish Academy, supported the rebirth of the Middleman Jewish Community Center, the Robeson Jewish Health Center and Cedar Sinai Park expanded, Greater Portland Hillel started serving local college campuses, and today we celebrate the new East Side Jewish Commons. The Jewish Federation's now $4 million plus campaign proudly distributes funds to 50 beneficiary agencies here and overseas.
For our Hillel, we had phenomenal cooperation from the universities and from the presidents of the universities. And PSU and Lewis and Clark in particular spent time with us, rolled up their sleeves, and wanted Hillel to be on their campuses and thrive on their campuses. But like most organizations, I think it takes a combination. It takes people willing to do the work, board members, students. It requires funders, which are members of the community, and also, in our case, it required partnership with Federation, which has still been, major benefactor, all these years.
Why has it been possible to build a strong, vibrant, impactful Jewish community here in particular? We like to think that we're unique, keep it weird, or just different up here in the Pacific Northwest. However, we know what truly makes us different. We've been blessed with the right people, leaders, doers, and lovers of Jewish community building.
The truth is, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And I think that that's part of what makes it so exciting to be on the Federation board, is that in any given day, week, month, year, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. We exist for the community. We're there to take input from what the community wants, what the community sees, what the community needs, and to provide sound advice and guidance to put that vision into place. It's been wonderful to get to know everybody that has been involved with the board. I have gotten the opportunity to meet a lot of very interesting people who have backgrounds that are quite different than mine, and that's really kind of expanded my horizons on what this Portland Jewish community is built on, and will help inform what the future of the Portland Jewish community will look like.
Portland is the perfect size Jewish community, not too big and not too small. So much of our work is a tribute to the leaders of the past and those today who work every hour to strengthen Jewish life. At the same time, we're working hard to grow and develop the next generation of community leaders. For over 100 years, that's about 5 generations, the Jewish Federation continues to be the guardian of our Jewish community. This is and will be possible only because of those that came before us, because of you today, and because of those who will pick up the baton and carry us forward. Here's to the next 5 generations, Lador Vador and beyond. A special toast to the Jewish Federation of Greater Portland. Here's to you, L'chaim, to the next 100 years of possibility and success.